Please join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Hello, my name's Donna Tayo, and I'm the principal of this amazing school. Thank you all for being here and supporting these graduates for the past 12 plus years and for trusting us with them. I would like to recognize our district administration and school board for their continued support as well. Superintendent Dr. Michelle Reed, Deputy Superintendent Dugan Harmon, Assistant Superintendents Obadiah Dunham, Heather Miller, Michael Tolley, and David Wellington. And of course, our very, very supportive school board president, Bob Swain, Vice President Jackie McCourty, and board members Amy Cass, David Kogan, and Sandy Hayes, who is here with us today. Lastly, a huge thank you to our amazing staff. It takes everyone to help these graduates be successful. Strength doesn't come from what you can do, it comes from overcoming the things you once thought you couldn't. Ricky Rogers. This quote says it all. For all of us at this difficult time, but mostly about this class, they have had a lot to overcome. We are looking at the next greatest generation growing right before our eyes. These students understand the need for perseverance and the value of caring, compassion, empathy, and will use these traits to meet the ever-changing needs for our community, nation, and world. What gives me hope is these students have been forced at a young age to take on so many additional responsibilities while they aren't physically at school. Many now are relied upon to fill the role of student, parent, teacher, caregiver, while their parents go to work each day to continue to provide for their families. They didn't ask for this, but they had to adapt in a short time to a new normal we are all living, and they've stepped up to these challenges. No context exists for what has been thrust upon all of us these last months. Never has all of humanity come to a grinding halt all at the same time with no clear end date to when it's going to be over. It's confusing, it's frustrating, it's exhausting, but most of all, it's heartbreaking. We are all grieving, and our emotions should and need to reflect this. As I met with our senior classes during a Zoom, I assured them that it's okay to be angry, mad, or upset. It's also okay to feel cheated, as part of the tradition that they had looked forward to has been taken away by an invisible force that is sweeping across the world. However, as with any loss, it is important to grieve appropriately, and it's vital for them to reach out to those who they trust and love for help. I explained that they didn't need to change what's in their hearts. They just needed to rethink the method. Seniors, you can still give each other all that, the love, the lays, the support for what comes next, even if it's not at a traditional graduation ceremony like the one you imagined. I know you will look through the muck and the mire of the coronavirus-altered world and still be able to give each other support and care. Take care of yourselves and your loved ones. Now more than ever, we need each other. I long for the day when I can high-five students in the hallway and supervise lunch again. But most importantly, I long for the day I get to watch seniors walk across the stage, receive their diplomas, and stop next to the podium for a hug and "I'm so proud of you" comment. However, until that moment comes, we will find creative ways to maintain those connections and relationships with our students and staff while providing support for our schools and our communities as a whole. Our why doesn't change in the time of great need, only the way we live out that why. Our why is and always will be all about relationships with our students, and we will never waver from that for their sakes and for ours. Students, you have been taught and loved by the very best teachers and staff around. You are important to us now and in your future. Someday we will be able to hopefully look back and not only shed a tear or two, but also a smile because this happened. But until that time comes, there are vital questions and obstacles you need to answer as you push into the future. Here are a few I'd like you to remember as you plan for your next steps. Do something that makes the best use of your own gifts and your own individuality. There is only one you. Don't ever let anyone persuade you to be somebody else. Never be afraid to be different. Don't become a prisoner of any plans and dreams except your own best plans and dreams. Don't let anyone limit your possibilities, and remember, what you want to do, you will do well. Work to your highest standards and what's right for you and for the broader community where you can affect a life, your home, your town, your school, your country, your world. Live usefully. Nothing in your life will be as satisfying as making a difference in somebody else's life. And this one from the very wise Winnie the Pooh, Christopher Robin. You are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you think. Graduates, you were born in an unprecedented world-changing time in 9/11. And now you're graduating and going on into the world in another unprecedented world-changing COVID-19. Through both of these events, you have persevered and gotten stronger along the way. You have risen to the occasion and shown that your bravery outshines any doubts that you may have had about yourselves. You are uniquely set up to handle every curveball that the global pandemic can throw to you with creativity, resilience, and grace. I believe in your ability to move through this crisis. You will come out on the other side stronger and wiser, and what a story you'll have to tell. In closing, to quote William James, it's our attitude at the beginning of a difficult task which more than anything else will affect its successful outcome. Choose your attitude. It will take you far. You've got this. Seniors, let me be the first to congratulate you and call you the graduating class of 2020.
Thank you, Principal Tayo. Good evening, afternoon, 2020 graduates of North Shore Networks. Please pick the greeting that matches the time that you are watching this. I no longer have any idea what day or time it is. I first want to thank you for taking the time to watch this. I recognize that even in the best of times, the school board member speech is the least anticipated part of the graduation ceremony, and with the option to fast forward or mute, the number of you who are actually watching this is quite small. The good news, this is good news for me because the debate among all speakers at this time is whether to do the traditional inspirational speech or to reflect on this crazy, unreal time. The problem with the second is that we are supposed to pass on words of wisdom on how to rise above this. But this is all new for us, and we are looking for someone to tell us what we are supposed to be doing. I do know that I now hate the word unprecedented, so I will try my best to blend the two. While you were already doing school in a non-traditional format, I will not be dismissive of the sacrifices that you have made in the last few months, for I know they have been great. You may not have planned on the typical senior events. You still have given up on many exciting plans for today and for your future. We know that you are questioning what happens next and how this will end. I wish I knew. Someone shared with me that we are living in the era that will later be under the title in history books, Factors Leading Up to. Einstein's theory of special relativity, yes, I am going to quote Einstein. I needed an expert to help me understand what is happening, and he seemed like about the most expert you could find. Anyway, he says that time slows down or speeds up depending on how fast you move relative to something else. Maybe that is why the last few months have felt like they've lasted 300 years. What Einstein does not say is that we can go backward in time, only forward. Yet, we keep asking when we can go back. Back to school, back to work, back to opening up, back to normal. The problem is there is no going back. We can never return to the normal as we knew it. We can only go forward. What that forward looks like is up to you. This may sound trite, and it is said at every graduation ceremony, but this time, more than ever, we mean it. You get to create a future at a level that we haven't seen in over 75 years. You will have an impact not just on where you work, but how we all work, how we all stay connected with each other, and how we all live our lives. You have so much opportunity to build the world you want. It will be bleak for a little while longer, but be thinking not only about the you want to become, but the world you want to live in. I do know you have the skills and the ability and the timing to really make that difference. For you are now that generation. No longer will anyone be able to say of you and your class that you are lazy, irresponsible, self-centered, distracted by technology. You have given up more than any generation has in the COVID era. All of the ceremonies, special events, friendships, connections, and future plans have been put on hold in order to save people. When asked to give all of that up, to sequester in your homes for weeks on ends, you did that without fuss. You will wear that badge for the rest of your lives. People are alive because of what you did. Also, you will forever have to explain to your children and your grandchildren your need to hoard toilet paper and flour. Congratulations to the North Shore Network's class of 2020 and best wishes. We are so proud of you.
Victor Navarro. I've never found something that Victor can't do. He's an athlete who builds things, he reads things, he writes things, and solves things with ease, all while making friends wherever he goes. And he's going to the military. Thank you, Victor. But what branch? Kate Jorgensen. Kate is determined to succeed. Her hard work has paid off handsomely. Kate wants to study to be a drug and alcohol counselor. Congratulations, Kate.
Tori Dolores Navarro. Hardworking, creative, great smile, caring, family-oriented, versatile, and calm. These are all of the qualities that come to my mind when I think of Tori. In the few months I have worked with Tori, I think I've seen a different hairstyle almost every week. In our current times, the ability to remain calm, collected, and continue a positive creative outlet is commendable. And I need to mention all of the hard work Tori put into remote learning, all the hours, classes, and always attending my FaceTime calls. I'm very excited to see what Tori will bring to the future. Whether it is military or styling hair, she will do it with a tremendous heart and smile. Congratulations.
Nick Martinez. Nick came from Arizona. He's got a bright mind. He loves classic literature and math, but he's best known for being a great big brother to his sister. This summer he's going to start working at Nintendo. Well done, Nick.
Sergio Jr. Melendez. When I think of Sergio, I am reminded of the movie The Incredibles. The character that best relates to Sergio, in my opinion, is Jack Jack. Not just because he's the youngest, but Sergio, like Jack Jack, has many characteristics. Creative, loyal, thoughtful, giving, hardworking, tough, and technical are a few that come to my mind. I am very excited for what the future holds for Sergio as he explores the welding and mechanical fields. For sure, those characters will suit him well as they will support his values and leave him a jack of all trades. Congratulations.
Ashton Ames. Grateful for friends and family, including the four-legged kind, Ashton wants to send a special thanks to her mom. She leaves with many memories, and she takes our heart with her. Congratulations, Ashton. Lily Parman has attended Cascadia the past 2 years for Running Start and is graduating with both her high school diploma and her associate degree in integrated studies. 3 words that describe Lily are hardworking, intuitive, and logical. One thing she learned about life during her high school experience is that everything builds on itself. It is important to work hard and make the most of every moment if you want to succeed later in life. Lily's next step is to transfer to Northwest University to pursue her bachelor's and eventually her master's degree in psychology. Congratulations, Lily.
Josh Michael Rosenbaum. If there's one character I had to pick that relates most to Josh, I would have to pick Rod Kimball, a gung-ho do-it-yourself stuntman played by Andy Samberg. Not only does Josh have an uncanny resemblance to Andy Samberg, but like Rod, Josh is hardworking, resilient, accepting, social, funny. a strong problem solver, helpful, encouraging, and believes in justice. Guiding Josh throughout 3 years of high school and witnessing tremendous growth, grit, and perseverance has reminded me of what being a teacher is all about. Studying criminal justice will be a valuable step in Josh's goal in becoming a police officer. Congratulations.
Eric Turtle. Ever since I met him, he's been living independently. Technologically gifted, he overcame health issues to earn a high school diploma. We could not be more proud of him. After a gap year, who knows where he's going, but it's going to be good. Congratulations, Eric. Kwajalein Newton. Yes, she is named after an island. Another great athlete with a powerful mind. She graduated early. She has her eye on the challenging career of a pediatrician or a heart surgeon. Wow, congratulations, Kwajalein. Kevin John Walton. I've only known Kevin a short time, but in that time I've come to appreciate his scholarship, attention to detail, reliability, and sense of humor. He plans to study astrophysics at the University of Washington starting in the fall. Congratulations, Kevin.
Mercedes Kenny.
Mercedes Kennedy. Mercedes is thoughtful interaction with others. Mercedes enjoys being in the sun and hiking and walking in nature, and now she's a high school graduate. Congratulations, Mercedes. Shane Brandmere. Shane tackles all assignments in an organized, conscientious, and motivated manner to the best of his ability. Shane is a straight A student who's planning on becoming an electrician. Congratulations, Shane. Olivia Ames. This world traveler finished high school with us, and we are grateful. She wishes to thank her mom and dad, and her next stop, it's the future. Congratulations, Olivia. Alex Keller. This is a man with a green thumb, so it's appropriate he graduates with a flower in his hand. He works at Molbach's, and while he can grow every type of plant, what he cultivates best are friendships. Stay in touch, Alex, and congratulations.
Stephanie Nicole Clear. Stephanie started at North Shore Networks in January of this year, and while I've only known her for a few short months, in that time she has shown incredible resilience, flexibility, and a high work ethic. Her outstanding attention to detail and willingness to give her time and attention to serve others allows her to shine as a student and member of our North Shore Networks community. Stephanie's thoughtful approach to and genuine interest in learning will be huge assets to her this fall at Western Washington University, where she intends to study psychology. Congratulations, Stephanie.
Easton Alexander Harrell. Since he came to North Shore Networks last spring, I've worked with Easton and gotten to know some of his many talents. He's a skillful writer, artist, singer, and actor. In the near future, he plans to continue studying theater and art at Shoreline College and beyond. One of the things Easton has been working on as he's been finishing up this semester is a writing project where he has been telling stories about growing up year by year from elementary school up to now. Working with Beth, he has crafted wonderful stories. This is one of the things that artists do, tell stories. As you continue to study acting, you're likely to encounter an important lesson learned in most acting classes, the concept of yes and. Telling stories on stage, an actor should accept others and what they have to say and then add to it, move the action forward. Yes and. This is a lesson that I think is good for all of us. as you encounter others and their stories, as you encounter new experiences and tell your own stories, accept what they have to say, add to it, and move the action forward. Yes, and Easton, yes, and. Alicia Hagenson. This WSU-bound grad couples a caring heart with an acute mind. She wants to thank Mom and Dad and to remind her customers at the kids' gym where she works, play hard, but play safe. Congratulations. Lily Slaninia. She wishes to thank her mother and her friends, but she dedicates this diploma to her daughter, Hazel. Lily wants Hazel to know that her hard work and determination will overcome all obstacles. Lily, we are proud of you. Congratulations. Emma Peach. Emma has been a full-time Running Start student at Cascadia for the past 2 years. 3 words that describe Emma are passionate, loyal, and goofy. One thing you might not know about Emma is that she knows all the words to most musicals. Emma attended 4 different schools in 4 years, so her high school experience has been varied. But one thing she learned is that even in the direst circumstances, she has the strength to face it and get through it. Emma's next step is to take a gap year to get work experience before starting at Seattle Pacific University in the fall of 2021 and major in creative writing and minoring in psychology. Congratulations, Emma. Christian Ramirez Sanchez. This is a hardworking, gentle soul. He's a basketball phenomenon. He's a great family member, and he can play guitar, sax, piano, and accordion like nobody's business. But now, Christian, your business is to be a high school graduate. Congratulations.
Megan Grace Hall. Strong, fierce, determined, loyal, resilient, sensitive, caring, and hardworking. All of these characteristics describe Megan. The strongest characteristic Megan possesses is the ability to overcome obstacles and bounce back from setbacks. Witnessing how hard Megan has worked over the last 3 years has been a privilege. I'm looking forward to what Megan will bring to the future. Whether it be modeling, interior design, the military, or criminal justice, Megan will hit her opportunities head on, and she will succeed in her own time and her own way, just as she has graduated high school today. Congratulations.
Ethan Mullaney. Ethan is a deep thinker, well-read, well-informed. He's determined to be a hard worker. Ethan is taking a gap year to think about future plans, but now he's a high school graduate. Congratulations, Ethan.
Adolfo Zavalza. Warm-hearted, family-oriented, hardworking, bilingual, caring, and giving. For some reason, SpongeBob SquarePants comes to my mind. Like SpongeBob, Adolfo works hard in the food service industry and has continued to do so throughout this worldwide pandemic. Some of his best SpongeBob characteristics are good-natured, loves to hang out with his friends, and always sees the best in people. Adolfo is also able to tackle challenges he is faced with and come out stronger. And just as that little yellow sponge never gave up in getting his boat license, today, Adolfo, you have earned your high school diploma. Congratulations. Manuel Manny Vartanian. Ford versus Ferrari. I have not seen the movie or heard debates, but I have heard Manny mention them. If I were to pick one car for Manny, I couldn't. One car is not good enough to describe Manny. He is a run on all cylinders, all of the time type of person. He has multiple projects going on at the same time to keep his hands and mind busy. Characteristics that describe Manny are kind, a good friend, well-liked, hardworking, loyal, and best of all, humble. And one more to the list. Manny can be described as a high school graduate. And now a message from Beth Lovett. Manny is one who cares deeply and is a joy to be around. Cars are a great passion of his. He has both wrecked them and fixed them. He hopes to have his own business someday. Congratulations.
Ren Lowe. Ren is honest and work-oriented. He deals with matters in an intelligent, independent, and positive way. Ren was accepted by Washington State University. He plans on becoming a bioengineer. Congratulations, Ren.
77 years ago, I was not alive, but some other people were. And one of those people said, it isn't sufficient just to want. You've got to ask yourself what you are going to do to get the things you want. Franklin D. Roosevelt. I strongly believe as a class, we have done exactly that. We were given a long, difficult task to graduate high school, so we dug deep to accomplish our goal. On top of our senior year being hard, the world decided it wasn't hard enough. And we were thrown one of the biggest curveballs life could throw at us. Finishing our senior year outside of the four walls of our classroom, at home. I can confidently say that graduating high school during a worldwide pandemic has prepared us for any pitch life could throw at us. I think we deserve something more than just a diploma. Maybe a North Shore School District sponsored trip to Hawaii, once it's safe to do so, of course. I'll have to hold a Zoom call with the school board and Dr. Reed about that one later. Regardless of a trip or not, go ahead and give yourself a well-deserved round of applause. Since I can't hear everybody through their screens, I'm just going to assume we're done clapping and go ahead and move on. We would not have made it here today without our amazing teachers. You know, those great people who'd assign us homework and interfere with our personal lives, causing us to lose sleep just to learn what y equals mx plus b means. Do you remember that math equation? Because I don't. Even though my teacher was 100% positive that I remember it and I would be using it every day in my life. Now, our teachers, they are amazing. We have the best staff team in this district. I've had the amazing opportunity to work with almost every teacher at our school, and they have yet to disappoint me. Our teachers are always willing to do what's best for us, no matter what. Our teachers love what they do, and it shows. I can't thank each and every one of you enough. Each of you has had a long-lasting impact on my life, and I will never forget. Thank you. And lastly, our parents. Yes, I know some of us do not live with our parents, so for the sake of me being PC, please understand I'm using this term loosely. Now, I cannot speak for everyone on this topic, but I would not be here where I am today without my parents. They are the ones always willing to go to bat for me, no matter how deep of a hole I've dug myself into. Yes, Mom and Dad, I know I don't always seem appreciative of this, but trust me, it means the world to me, and I cannot express how much that means. Now, enough of the lovey-dovey junk. For those of you that know me pretty well, you know I love quotations, especially inspirational and funny ones. So while writing this speech, I knew I wanted to start it with a quotation and end it with one. This quotation has a lot of meaning within it, so please do not lose the meaning within the humor. Follow your passion, stay true to yourself, never follow someone else's path unless you're in the woods and you're lost and you see a path, then by all means you should follow it. Ellen DeGeneres. In closing, I would like to wish everyone and their families good health and well-being during this worldwide pandemic. Thank you.
Griffith H. Williams. Griff was one of the first teachers at what is now North Shore Networks, and he is now retiring at the same place where he graduated high school, Bothell. Griff has been with the North Shore School District since 1997, teaching over 4,000 students. Griff is a creative teacher and a tireless advocate for students. He is also a published poet, printer, and avid sailor. One of Griff's favorite quotes is, "I cannot teach anybody anything. I can only make them think." He plans to spend his days with the love of his life, Lori. Congratulations, Griff.
Graduates, please stand. Please move your tassel from right to left. We are now graduated.